when you speak, it's not just verbal communication, it's an expression of your being, first of all. So sometimes you may speak softly and peacefully, but people feel or comprehend you as passive-aggressive. So it means that you are communicating, but they feel or they read between the lines that there is some sort of a resentment there or dissatisfaction. So communication is one of the best ways to release your tensions, your repressed feelings, some sort of emotional charge. But if you do not express it verbally, what happens is this energy starts going lower and lower and lower, and it reaches the point of your sexuality. So anger, repressed emotions may turn out to be your perversion, sexual perversion, expressing self in a sexual way, but in a kind of a perverted way, with anger, with certain emotions, or certain cravings for some kind of something, fetishes and stuff like that. So it's because there's repressed emotions are crystallized in our consciousness, and we call it trauma. So if they are not expressed verbally early enough or at any point, they become our sexual imbalances, perversion, various forms of perversion and perverted sexual expression, you know. So the best way to heal oneself is to learn to communicate openly, freely, without fears, and to even express your anger or whatever frustration, negativity you may feel, but in a constructive way, where you admit what you feel. And let's say when you express something which is not necessarily emotional, you just ask, like you said, about something, or you state something, you say you already changed the opinion because it has been expressed, it's already done. It's like for your consciousness, whatever is spoken is already gone. It's already the past. It's already something that is no longer relevant. And somewhat, once you state something, your own consciousness will bring you or try to show you the opposite side of that you stated, so that you have some sort of a complete picture of that. And so many times when we defend something or believe in something so strongly, life pushes us to see the other side of that. For example, we say to do this is bad, and somewhat through life circumstances, we will learn that maybe to do this is not always bad. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like our mind exists naturally in a complete state. In this complete state, there are no sides. There's no right or wrong, bad or good. So the moment we take sides, the mind tries to bring up a situation or an opportunity to prove us otherwise, that there's the opposite side too, or the other side. If we say that the moon has only the front side, something will show us that there is the back side of the moon, or the darker side of the moon, right? The one that we don't see. And so the same goes to our obsessions with happiness and goodness, because we're so focused on cultivation of goodness, and we all need happiness, and we all deserve happiness, happiness, happiness. So why then our life is so unhappy, miserable, full of suffering and negativity? It's because we're so focused on positivity that we neglect negativity. And because we don't face it, it starts, flashing into our face. Please see, acknowledge, I'm here. Because we so much want to be enlightened, we neglect our traumas, our corruption. And that's why on the path of enlightenment, we encounter our corruption, our falsehood, because we cannot attain something without facing the other side of existence, which impedes us from reaching that. And enlightenment, again, is not about happiness and greatness. It's about completion. It's about wholesomeness, unification. And wholesomeness contains both sides in a neutral way, where their sort of dual nature or differences are neutralized, right? So to be enlightened doesn't mean to be good. But goodness, natural benevolence, non-violence are just, but it's natural kind of expressions, truth. But truth may also hurt. So then you can say that it's not benevolent. So your mind, depending on what your personal experience is with that truth or enlightenment, will define your opinion about it or understanding. But for the one who is enlightened, there's only wholesomeness, because all these other dual perceptions don't exist, they're dissolved, because otherwise there wouldn't be wholesomeness. If you project only goodness on evolution, it means you don't understand what evolution is. Evolution is facing corruption, pain, dissolving it, healing your traumas, and realizing your true essence, nature, without these traumas and conditions. But it doesn't mean that you have to stop living life. It doesn't mean that you have to hide away from life. It means that you have to embrace whatever sides of this life, good, bad, anything in between. And only then you can arrive at wholesomeness. Wholesomeness is not good or bad, it just is. Dispersion is not good or bad, it just is. You can't say that down cycle is unnecessary or bad, or the upper cycle is good. It's just what is. It's the way our consciousness realizes a lot of things. It learns that it may exist as in unity, and it may exist through dispersion. It may exist on higher dimensions, but it also can dive into lower frequencies and dimensions and exist there. So good and bad is completely irrelevant in our existence, because from the evolved perspective, these notions simply don't exist. So when we speak, we leave part of our consciousness in this projected reality. And this part of consciousness attracts other similar frequencies, or attracts missing pieces of information that allow you to see this, what you uttered, in a complete way. Maybe someone else argues with you or tells you something else, and then you say, wow, yeah, actually this person completed the puzzle, made me realize something. Okay.